Good morning, this is Send 7, World News in 7 minutes. I'm Stephen Devincenzi. Today is Monday, the 14th of June, 2021. Starting in Asia today, Israel's parliament has voted to end the 12-year rule of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Naftali Bennett, the head of Yamina, a right-wing Jewish nationalist party, is now the Prime Minister of Israel, after 60 votes against 59, supporting the forming of a new government. The new coalition also includes centrist parties, left-wing parties, and an Arab-Israeli party. The new government has agreed that Bennett will be Prime Minister until 2023, when centrist Yair Lapid will become Prime Minister. In China, a gas explosion has killed at least 12 people in the central city of Xi'an. Almost 1,000 people were evacuated from the market where the explosion occurred. China's President Xi Jinping said that lessons must be learned. In India, a fire has destroyed a camp housing Rohingya refugees in the capital, Delhi. There are expected to be around 40,000 Rohingya refugees in India who escaped Myanmar after attacks from the Burmese army. Bangladesh holds around 1 million Rohingya refugees. Europe. In the United Kingdom, leaders of the G7 countries have agreed to donate 1 billion doses of COVID-19 vaccines by June next year. The United States, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, and the UK said that it was important to help people in poorer countries get access to vaccines. World Health Organization chief Tedros Adhanom welcomed the donations. However, he said that it wasn't enough. Prime Minister Boris Johnson said that he hoped that this was the first step to vaccinating everyone in the world by the end of next year.
A week ago, I asked my fellow leaders to help in preparing and providing the doses we need to vaccinate the whole world by the end of 2022. I'm very pleased to announce that this weekend leaders have pledged over 1 billion doses, either directly or through funding to COVAX. That includes 100 million from the UK to the world's poorest countries, which is another big step towards vaccinating the world.
The G7 countries also made statements about climate change and making the global tax system fairer. While taking photos, Queen Elizabeth made the leaders laugh by telling them that they should look like they are enjoying themselves.
How's that?
Are you supposed to be looking as if you're enjoying it?
Yes, definitely. We have been enjoying ourselves in spite of appearances.
US President Joe Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin will meet on Wednesday in Switzerland. Biden said yesterday that the democracies of the world are in contest with the autocracies of the world.
I think we're in a contest, not with China per se, but a contest with autocrats, autocratic governments around the world, as whether or not democracies can compete with them in the rapidly changing 21st century.
In Spain, thousands of people protested yesterday against a government pardon of Catalan separatists. 12 Catalan leaders have been jailed for between 9 and 13 years for organising an illegal referendum and for declaring the independence of Catalonia in 2017. However, Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez has made plans to free the leaders, saying that it will help to unite Spain. Recent polls have shown that over 60% of Spanish people are against pardoning the Catalan leaders. In Denmark, footballer Christian Eriksen is recovering in hospital after collapsing during a Euro 2020 match against Finland on Saturday. Doctors have confirmed that Eriksson had a cardiac arrest and was resuscitated on the pitch. Also in sport, Novak Djokovic won the French Open of tennis yesterday, his 19th Grand Slam title. Africa. In Nigeria, there were large protests this weekend against insecurity, bad governance, and the recent ban of Twitter. Police fired tear gas in the capital Abuja and the biggest city, Lagos. In the north of Nigeria, attacks on villages killed over 50 people this weekend. In Tunisia, there were also protests this weekend against police brutality. The protests were organised after a video was shared last week of a young man being stripped and beaten by police. Americas. In Peru, right-wing leader Keiko Fujimori has led protests declaring fraud in the presidential election, although the winner has not been officially declared. With 99.9% of votes counted, left-wing Pedro Castillo has won 50.1% of votes against Fujimori's 49.9%. International observers have said that the election was free and fair. And in the United States, a man has survived being eaten by a whale. Michael Packard, a lobster fisherman from Massachusetts, was diving when he entered a humpback whale's mouth. Luckily, Packard stayed in the whale's mouth for just 30 seconds before being spat out. Thank you for listening to Send 7. Go to send7.org, where you can find transcripts or send us a message. Please help us to grow by leaving a review on your podcast app. We will say thank you on the podcast. I'm Stephen Devincenzi. Tomorrow you will be with Namitha Raghunath. Have a great day.